if you've been following my channel for a while, then you know I have been on a journey to find the best budget reels available on the market. Today, I'm comparing two of those budget-friendly reels. Stick around to the end because I think you're going to be surprised on which one I think takes the cake. So let's jump straight into it. What we have here is the Torrent 2 from Piscifun and the SLX by Shimano. And what makes this review so unique is that I have put both of these reels through the ringer. I've used them both in freshwater and in saltwater tournaments for about a year each. Both of these are 150 sizes and they're both designed to be narrow and low profile. Before we get into how this reel performs on the water, let's cover some of the specs of the SLX by Shimano. The SLX features a lightweight graphite frame, a 4+1 bearing braking system, and the SVS Infinity braking system for better cast controls and easier adjustments. This reel weighs in at a total of 6.9 ounces and has a 7.2 to 1 gear ratio, which delivers about 32 inches of line retrieval per turn. Now the Piscifun Torrent 2, a budget-friendly bait casting reel that's become extremely popular lately. The Torrent 2 weighs in at about 6.75 ounces and features a lightweight, low-profile design, 6+1 bearing system, and an 8 magnetic adjustable braking system. The carbon fiber drag is capable of producing about 20 pounds of max drag, and it comes in both a 6.6 to 1 and an 8.1 to 1 gear ratio, and retrieves about 33 inches of line per turn. Now, both these reels on paper are pretty much identical except for the price point. The Piscifun Torrent 2 you can find all over the place for under $40. I personally bought this on sale when it was $32 actually, while the Shimano SLX, this is just the base model, you'll normally find it between $80 and $100, and maybe you'll get like an Amazon Prime special for around $70. Now that we compared both of these reels, let's get these out on the water and test out their castability. All right, well, the wind is blowing in my face here, out here on the water, back on the rocks. We're gonna start throwing the SLX around and see the castability. I'm throwing a 1/2 ounce scrounger with a Southern Salt swimmer on here. I'm gonna throw the exact same bait, and I'm actually gonna switch over the reel and put it on the exact same rod. All right, these guys are tried and proven here, so right now I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a bomb. So I got about 10 inches hanging out here. No thumb. It's already dialed in, so a little bit of back roll, but not much at all. There it is. So what you guys didn't know about me is that I'm a master at judging distance, and that was about 40 meters there. Let me hit it again. Bonus if I actually catch a fish. Super bonus if I catch a fish, actually. I'm going to put this to the microphone and see if you can actually hear the sound it's making. So after a year, it's definitely not, silent anymore. But again, that's what happens when you introduce salt into your fishing with a reel that's not specifically made for saltwater. Here we go again. All right, got about 10 inches there. I'm going to thumb it on the release, but I'm going to let it fly for the rest of it here. No thumb. Yep, about 30 meters again. No backlash. A little bit of back spin maybe, and there we go. Like I said, bonus points if I hook into a fish here. And this is going with the Piscifun Torrent 2. I just switched it over, put on the exact same Berkley Lightning rod that I was using for the other reel, and I just cut the same lure off, 1/2 ounce scrounger, so I'm just gonna throw this around. Got about 10 inches here. I'm gonna send it out there, not gonna thumb it, and see where it goes. No thumb. Some backspin there, and there we go. By the time I got to the bottom, it took itself out there. And like I said, bonus points if I catch a fish here. All right, we'll hit it one more time. Got about 10 inches there. Just gonna send it out. No thumb. And no backspin on that one. All clean. All right, with that being said, I can't really lie. I think both reels casted like the exact same distance. Probably about a solid between 30 and 40 meters out there. With the wind blowing in here, no thumb on the spool, no backlash on either one. I could have chosen a different rod to go with to get some more, distance out there. This is a medium, so if I would have chose like a medium fast, something like that, I'm sure I'd be able to whip it out further. But that's why both reels were casted on the exact same rod with the exact same lure. Let's get back to the casting cave. All right, back in the casting cave. Now that you guys have seen me test this out in the water, I'm just gonna keep it blunt, all right? There's not really too crazy or like vast differences between these two reels. The only thing I will say, keep in mind, is neither of these are actually rated for saltwater, but that was the whole point of this journey and the whole point for this review is what reels could I fish on and off fresh and saltwater. You guys see all the rod and reels that I have. I don't want to just continue to add to my collection. I wanted to see what rod and reel combo would be perfect for that, something that didn't have me retying or restringing every single outing. So I will say, I take care of all my fishing stuff. The only thing I ever do to my reels is rinse them off. I make sure I do not miss a rinsing. I rinse them off every single time that I come home from either fresh or saltwater. No matter what, I rinse them off with the garden hose. Now, I know a lot of people will try to flame me for that, saying you're doing yourself no good for the reels. You're just pushing salt deeper into the crevices. You're just gonna mess your reels up faster. Like I said, I've done this for over 25 years of fishing. I've only just rinsed them off with a garden hose. It's what I do. With that in mind, the Shimano SLX has been the only reel that I've had to take apart now and do maintenance with. For two reasons. One, the button would no longer engage after I press it, cast it, and reel it in. The button stopped engaging. And then two, I couldn't get the drag to tighten up at all. So I disassemble it, clean it, service it a little bit, a few YouTube videos, re-oiled, re-lubed, all good. With the Piscifun, the Torrent 2, I have done zero maintenance. I've never lubed it. I've never disassembled it. I've only rinsed it off after every single trip, and it works just fine. Has never let me down before. So, with that being said, between that and the price point of this only being $39, and if you get it from Amazon, you could probably find like an Amazon Prime Day where it's things like $32, all right? I'm going with the Piscifun Torrent 2 all day, every day. I think this is the best bang for your buck. Now, if you guys want me to test out some different budget reels, let me know. Comment, let me know what the names are. I'll scoop them up and I'll give them a shot for a little bit. I'll put them through salt and freshwater. Even if they're not rated for saltwater, I don't care. I'll put them through the madness and I'll see how they perform. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Give me a like if you stay here till the end. Subscribe if you want to see more from me. Till next time, peace.